Hello there, my name is Wokianaru, and welcome back for another round of The Longing. So as you can see, it has now been a little over 20 days, or close to it, and I am moving on. So some actual time-based things have started to happen. Let's see, I did some wandering off-screen, as I said I was going to do, and there's this right here. This is the map of sorts. This is the map which comes from There's a couple different rooms that I've memorized so far. The map comes from this room. This room here is our sort of map room that we memorized and brought it all out. So I memorized that, and I've now come to a couple of actual time-based things, such as this moss. This moss, I actually put it in my calendar, if you can believe that. I put it in my calendar because it was saying that it's gonna take about 2 weeks or something like that for it to grow, so I did that. The beauty of this waterfall reminds me why I love to serve the king. So, what really interested me about this area is there is a pickaxe. And a pickaxe is just what I need. This pickaxe can help me with a couple different areas, actually. Yay! A mattock. Where in the world calls it a mattock? I'd have to look that up, because I'm actually quite curious about that, as to where in the world calls it a mattock. I've never heard that term before. Oh, I can use it already, I guess. Okay, what am I using it on? This crystal is pretty tough. It will take some time to break it off. How much time? Okay, well, while he's doing that, he doesn't really say how much time. He has said other places, such as, there. This is going to take a month to fill. So I don't know if I put it down in my handy-dandy, calendar or not. Let me check real quick. I did not, but I think I know about when it would be done. Should be done about December 6th. But like I said, I'm sticking with this game. This is something that I really wanted to stick with, because it's such a fascinating concept to me. I've slowly started expanding my little room. This is beautiful, by the way, this little area. I'll hop on here at least a couple minutes a day, just to see what the time's looking like and whatnot. Doesn't really say so, but there are plenty of things that I know of that he can use the pickaxe on, such as these crystals in this room. There's a... Let me pull up a larger picture of the... Because I did have a look at it once I gained insight about it. I'll show you around some things, because I've walked around loads of different places now and discovered as many of them as I could. Okay, so I'm just gonna let him do his thing while we look at this. So this is our map. This is the map that I've remembered. So I know in here is we can use that. This is where we are right now, is over here. We can use it over here. We can use it down here in our little area. There's some places that I have not been yet, such as in here. This is a library of some sort, so maybe we'll find a lot more books. I don't think I've been in here. Actually, okay, so I've been down here. This is a mine. I have, however, not been in there. I haven't gone too far up here. Actually, yes, I have gone. I've gone all the way up here. I've gone all the way up here and all the way up here. However, he gets a little finicky because he doesn't want to get too far away from the big boss. So I'm still trying to figure out how exactly I am to get into here. Because as far as I can tell, I think it's a door right there that I can use. Unless there's something over here that I can do. We'll just have to see. There's also all this that I'm not too certain about. I kind of turned around in that area. I don't want to do too much to take away from the big man and all of his worth. But yeah, that's where we are so far. We've now gotten this pickaxe. But I'm not even halfway there. Okay, so it does take him a little while. I'm gonna recant some things for you guys while we're just doing this, while he's hammering away there. So I'm gonna give you a little bit of an update on things while he goes. I have a project in the works, actually, a couple projects in the works, that will hopefully, after a little while, start coming out. One of them is going to be a more longer running series. That isn't a game or anything like that. And I am due to graduate college in, let's see here, about about 12 days, not including weekends. So I've got a little over 2 weeks left to go, closer to 3 weeks. But we're about, so it's for right now. It's November 22nd for me, and so tomorrow's Thanksgiving. So happy Thanksgiving to everyone that celebrates it. That is, if I post this tomorrow, we'll just have to see. If not, then, either way, hope you had one. But I'm going to graduate, and then I plan on staying here in Ohio for a little while. Just a little while, about, until my lease is up here in my apartment. Because where I live, they do, however many month leases. And while I'm doing that, while I'm here, I'm going to continue to make videos. I'm going to get back into streaming. I'm going to work on some other bigger projects that I hopefully can get further into, give myself a little bit more dedication to those. And I'm also going to work. I'm going to work and work and work. I'm going to try building my portfolio, because those of you who don't know, I desire to be an actor. I want to be an actor when I say when I grow up, but I'm grown. But so the plan is, after I get out of college and stay here and save my money and whatnot for a little bit, I'm going to be moving to Atlanta. And if you don't know, Atlanta is an absolutely growing hub. This is Atlanta, Georgia. I don't know if there are any other Atlantas in the U.S. Probably. There probably are. I guarantee you there probably are. But I'm going to move down to Atlanta and try and start that career. Hopefully while still doing these sorts of things. Depending, some things might teeter a little bit. We'll just have to see, but you know, unless this becomes a full-time thing. But at the current moment, it's not. So I'll work, I'll make videos and have fun for the next 6-ish months after I finish college. I'll probably be working full-time, but it's still... I can tell you there's a huge difference between working full-time and being a student and working like part-time and whatnot. Because I currently have a job that I've had now since March. In a way, it's medical administration. I'm not technically in the medical field. That's not what I want to do. But it was a job that I could get at the point that provided stability, and I needed to be able to pay rent and all those sorts of things. But I took the job, and I've been working it. When I got into the summer, I worked it full-time during the summer, so full-time hours during the summer. And I'm technically, I say medical administration. That's probably too high of a title for it. I'm a front desk person, front desk clerk at an urgent care that, you know, has a bunch of them around here. So I did that. I worked the summer. I checked people in. I made sure that everyone did all the paperwork and whatnot, and took people's like money when they required to pay me and all that fun stuff. So depending on the days, I worked 8, 10, 12-hour days. It happened. And it gave me a lot of time to think. If I wasn't doing work, or like if I wasn't actually working and whatnot, it gave me a lot of time to think and do other things. Hey, finally the crystal broke off. But it gave me this time to do things. Am I gonna have to... Oh, okay. A crystal. It was a pain to harvest, but it sure looks nice. This one goes right up on my wall at home. But gave me a lot of time to think and do what I wanted to. Oh, we're just... Okay. Okay. He doesn't need to breathe, does he? Once the king awakens, all this beauty will be immortalized forever. You know, I never really thought... This isn't something I thought about at all when I started this game, is this king good or bad? We've got no idea. We don't have any context. We have literally zero context for whether or not this is a moral in any way king. This is just a dude. This is, as far as we know, a very powerful man, but at the same time, he could be an incredibly immoral king. But this little dude, this shade, he's very loyal to him, and we don't know what the king's like. He seems decent from the very, very minimal experience that we had with him. But then again, that could also be very wrong, for all I know. Like I said, it's a very... I once dreamed that I was the king myself. What a beautiful dream that was. He does sleep. He does sleep, but that still, the time does pass when he sleeps, because basically I'll leave him, and when I leave him, he goes to bed. He just kind of lays down wherever he is until I come back to him, which seems a little cruel now that I think of it. Okay, so there's not really... Oh, wait. Can I climb up? Okay, I'm climbing up there. Okay. Oh, am I? Am, okay. Like, I want to make sure I'm actually... So there's something I can use. That is, what is that? Piece of chalk, okay. Yeah, I've had him do a little bit of art so far, to pass the time, and you find different pieces of chalk and coal and whatnot that he can use to make, his art. And he just kind of... there's actually something fascinating about his art, is he can draw, and you can, like I said, there's multiple things. There's that chalk, which is white. I think there's either he uses coal or something adjacent to it. There's some red something that I've used before, and a blue color as well, like a lapis or something like that, which is interesting. But he uses these, and depending on what you have, he can draw different pictures. So I've had him draw a couple different pictures. He's read through a couple different books. The books that he has so far, he's read through. So he's like, he read through Moby Dick, and he read through a short book of poems and some others. I'm assuming though that there's got to be a lot more. Can you stop doing that? I don't want him to do that. I want him to go that way. What are you doing, Mr. Man? There we go. Okay. So you probably don't really know him. I think I've had him in a couple games before, and I've had him in streams. And if you know him, if you're on my Discord server or anything like that, my younger brother Sean is he lives by me, of course, because just family. He actually lives in a different city, but he'll come over to my house on occasion, and I will either be just like sitting here watching him do things, but if I have him auto walk here, I'm just gonna have him auto walk to kind of want to have him auto walk towards the you know, let's just have him auto walk towards home. Because I know he can do something at his house. I'll have him walk towards home. Yeah, so he wanders. But Sean mentioned this. He was like, he walks so slow, and I'm like, dude, he's got literally 400 days. He's got time. That's all he has. And as far as we know, he doesn't eat or anything like that. I say he doesn't eat, like he doesn't need to eat. He doesn't need to eat. He doesn't need to drink. I don't think he needs to sleep. He does sleep, but I don't think he needs to sleep. He just kind of does it to pass the time. But there's things that I've found throughout the game. Like I found mushrooms. I've found these little mushrooms in a cave, and I've had him eat different mushrooms before. To no ill effect, obviously. I mean, like one he ate and he was like, "This is good" or something like that, and the other one he like ate it and like made that like sickly looking face. But you know, I don't think anything can technically kill him. The only thing that could kill him is me losing all of my data on my computer. But knock on wood, that doesn't happen. But like him just meandering, I don't know why it's kind of a therapeutic thing to just sit here and watch and think about. It's literally it's a game that gets you to think. Because I'll have him go places. I mean, I'll have him. I have it set up so that the places that I know that with time I'll be able to open more places. But It's just one of those. Otherwise, I'm just thinking. That's all I'm doing. I'm not doing anything else. I'm trying to see. Ah, yes, that's right. Okay, so I opened back up the map. My one little place that I had. Okay, so here's the map again. He is. That's the place that's filling with water. So in a little, like in the beginning of December, I want to say, once that's full of water, I should be able to get up there, and I think that'll lead me into here, because I think I've tried this door and it doesn't work. Yeah. I'm curious, actually. So there's another thing I can have him do if he's walking the way I think he is. Yeah, so he's currently in here. So he's going to pass by this, which is curious. So I'm going to have him try something real quick, because he should be walking through that door to go back home. You can use the pickaxe on his little on this. On this. I'm gonna try something. I don't know if it's glass. Treasure is behind a nearly impenetrable window of crystal glass. Not that I could make much use of it anyways. Okay. So that might be something that I could have him do. Maybe I can. I mean, all he has is time. I don't know if his pickaxe can break. I hope it can. But there's another thing that I want to show you that I'll end up going through. So one of the things that we basically are gonna do while we wait is, I mentioned it in the first episode, is we build his little home, his little I don't know if that. Imagine, that's crazy, because this little dude, he doesn't hear the music, so I turn on the music. He doesn't hear that music. That's something that I think of sometimes when playing video games. Characters don't hear that music. Unless it's like, there are some times when characters hear music in some meta games. Like, that happens sometimes in games that you have, like, the Stanley Parable-esque games, where the characters can somewhat break the fourth wall and, like, think about those things. But to me, it's just like, in my mind, he can't hear this. All he's hearing is his footsteps echoing, and he's hearing the water falling, like little droplets of water falling and whatnot. And he walks in here, he hears the king snoring. So this is what he hears. He hears those weird cave noises. Like, he's probably gonna hear that. That's probably gonna be incredibly loud because he's in a cave, so it's just gonna reverberate. And then technically there's no light, but I mean, one has to assume he probably can see in the dark or have some form of night vision, because I've had him crawling through tunnels before and whatnot, and he doesn't have any issue with it. I'm gonna go back into my home though, and I'm gonna show you something. So I can expand upon my home, and he's mentioned this before. So here's my, oh, so there's the crystal. There's the crystal that we mined. Oh, do I need to move that? I think I might have to move that. Yeah, so he can expand his little home, this way. And I can build him a bed. Let's see how far I will get. So I'm just gonna let him mine. But I'm gonna end this one here. I'll come back when the next noteworthy thing happens. Might come back with hopefully a little bit more to show you in the realm of his little home. But we'll just have to see. Other than that, I am all out of time for this one, but he is not. Is 378 days to go. If you have any suggestions for games that you'd like me to play, go ahead and put them down in the comments below. See you in the next one.